It started in a small mining town in regional Australia. A maintenance crew had just wrapped up a routine check when a young apprentice collapsed beside the switchboard. His co-worker rushed to help, only to feel a sharp tingle when touching the metal enclosure. This near-fatal incident launched an investigation that would reveal critical safety failures and ultimately save lives. What follows is the story of how proper electrical incident investigation protocols can make the difference between recurring dangers and effective prevention. Emergency services were called. The crew made the site safe as best they could. But in the chaos, critical evidence was disturbed. Evidence that could have revealed the cause of the shock. This immediate response, while necessary for medical reasons, inadvertently complicated the subsequent investigation. Later that day, the site supervisor notified the regulator. It was a legal requirement, but also a turning point. This incident wasn't just a medical emergency, it was a learning opportunity. Under Australian WHS legislation, notifiable incidents must be reported immediately, allowing regulators to determine appropriate investigation levels and preserve vital evidence. The first step? Secure the site and preserve the evidence, unless someone's life is at risk. In this case, saving the apprentice came first, as it should. Best practice involves cordoning off the area with hazard tape, posting guards if necessary, and ensuring that no one disturbs potential evidence unless absolutely required for emergency response. Investigators arrived with strict instructions. Do not touch anything unless absolutely necessary. They knew the risks. Even small changes to a scene can erase the truth. In electrical incidents particularly, disturbing components can permanently alter the condition that caused the incident, making root cause determination impossible. Under work health and safety laws introduced in 2010, all electrical work must be done de-energized. The investigation followed the same rule, no exceptions. This legal framework establishes clear standards for electrical work in Australia and provides investigators with benchmarks against which to evaluate compliance in incident scenarios. Why investigate at all? Because one missed clue can lead to another shock or a death. Electrical incident investigations serve a critical purpose beyond legal compliance. They create opportunities to identify systemic issues, develop targeted interventions, and share knowledge across the industry to prevent similar incidents elsewhere. But for inexperienced investigators, it can be overwhelming. In this case, the scene was emotionally confronting. A team member had nearly died. Tensions were high. These psychological factors can significantly impact investigation quality, leading to missed evidence or premature conclusions about causation. Worse still, no one had a clear investigation process. Without a method to follow, they didn't know what to look for or how to record it. This lack of structure threatened to undermine the entire investigation, potentially allowing dangerous conditions to remain unidentified and unaddressed. One of the investigators had been trained just a few weeks earlier. He recognized the signs. The crew had used a high-impedance multimeter to test the switchboard after the incident, but didn't realize that this type of meter can give misleading results in a shock investigation. This technical knowledge proved crucial in identifying the investigation's first misstep. He pulled out a shock simulation kit, equipment designed to mimic the human body's resistance. The readings were clear. The metal enclosure had been live. This specialized equipment provided concrete evidence that standard testing had missed, confirming that the switchboard enclosure carried dangerous voltage. Further tests showed that the shock current had traveled through the apprentice's left hand, across the chest, and out the feet, the most dangerous path of all. This pathway analysis helped investigators understand the severity of the incident and the apprentice's fortunate survival despite experiencing a potentially lethal shock configuration. They also reviewed key thresholds. 0.5 mA is all it takes for a person to feel a shock. At 10 mA, the muscles contract so tightly the person can't let go. At 30 mA, the heart enters ventricular fibrillation, a deadly rhythm. Understanding these thresholds is crucial for evaluating incident severity and communicating risks effectively to workers. Incredibly, this apprentice survived. The cause? A degraded insulation point combined with moisture buildup inside the panel, something no one had checked for. This root cause identification revealed a maintenance gap that likely existed across multiple sites, presenting an opportunity for systemic improvement rather than just addressing a single incident. After interviews, sketches, testing, and data collection, the team pieced together a timeline. They wrote a report, made recommendations, and committed to replacing all similar equipment on site. This comprehensive approach ensured that the investigation findings translated into concrete actions that would prevent similar incidents in the future. The lesson was clear: be prepared, use the right tools, understand your legal duties, and always work de-energized. These principles form the foundation of effective electrical safety and incident investigation in Australian workplaces. No one expected that routine job to turn into a near-fatal event. But because they took the time to investigate properly, they stopped the next incident before it could happen. This case demonstrates how thorough electrical incident investigation creates opportunities for prevention, turning dangerous situations into valuable learning experiences.